Good morning, good morning. So today I only have one on the scan, which is CTNT. Um, Not seeing any catalysts for today, but it definitely has a little bit of volume, 13 million shares, sitting right at that $2 level. Let's jump over here to the larger time frame, see if we can get anything marked up here. So in the larger time frame, let's see, the price right now is 197, so it's like right under this $2 level. A small top up there of about, what is this, two? We want to look for obvious things. So it's definitely got a gap up here to 422. Looks like it consolidated in this range between 282 and 417. So maybe we can get into that area. Below that, though, it has a gap down here to 194. So 194, and I'm just looking at for the most obvious recent levels because it's kind of hard to get anything else off of this. So I'm going to mark this as daily. Daily there, 417 and 282. Then okay. So we'll see how that goes. I'm just looking for those most obvious levels on here, and these gaps are pretty obvious. All right, so let's go ahead and jump over to the 15-minute. 15-minute here. Definitely looking like it's come back into this little test level of this 194. We're about to see what's about to go on here. So let me get my everything ready. 192 coming up, only up 40% right now, but that R vol is 251%. So definitely some good R vol there. 194. Looking for it to cross back over 194. Okay, so pushing down to a previous level of about 188, which was the point of control from yesterday. Just looking at the 515, all these. Oh, let me jump back over here to the 5. Okay. That little pop is doing. I like that little wick action. 191. See if we can start testing back up. Okay. I like that a little bit. Are you going to get back up? 192. Higher low there. Hmm. 190 is getting tested. gonna take a little bit around this 192. Looking for that 194 retake. Taking a little bit more. Looking for that 194 retake. 80 shares in. Bottom here is 187. Got 130 shares there. Looking for that break over that 194. $150 shares in. Got a stop down here, 187 for that break. Break of 194. Let's jump back over to the 5 or the 15. Had a nice little pull down back into this area. Looking for that 194 retake. Start retesting this 193 here. Okay. Okay, back over 193 watching. Okay. And turn a little bit more in there. Looking for it to pop over that high if it can. $13 million shares traded on it. It's just chilling. Where is that 194 push? Okay, another little push there, adding into that. Looking for this break. Okay. Like the 5 minute. That 1 minute's gotta act right. Break over 194 is all I'm looking for. Open up higher there. 175 there in. 187, very, very tight stop. $13 million shares traded. Adding in there is testing that. So I got 200 shares in there right at the 194 with the hard stop at 187. Trying to see what it can do here. Can't get back over 2. 5-minute looks okay. 15-minute looks okay. Got a previous test point up here of 220s. 193. We'll see how that goes. Does it struggle at 2? The question at this point. $2 got a little 170 sitting up there. Okay. So can we break over that 2 is the question. So right now I'm risking about, let's see, 193 down to 197, 187. 193 minus 187, about 6 cents of risk on 200 shares. So 200, there we go, 205s. $14 million shares traded on it. Can it continue to move up or what? 194 is at daily level. Let's go back out here to the 5 real quick and see what it's looking like on the 5 and the 15. So the 15, almost it needs to get over the 207s. It looked really good coming back into this level on the 15, though it did have a little bit of a shoulder over here on 207. So let me mark that out for a 15-minute level. It needs to hold. Okay, so we got the shoulder, needs to get above that shoulder, and then back up here was this 218. Could be an issue. Edit. Coming on back down. But it's showing some type of buying there. See if it can hold that 2 up. Jump down to the 5-minute. Can you start holding that 2? Get over 207. Bigger and bigger size coming in at the 2. Let's see if they can push him out of there. Looking for some type of trend to form so I can start figuring out a level to exit. Right now it's holding up that daily level of the 194. Then a break of this 205 is this most recent top. So 5 cents back to the top. So I would consider this a little bit of a dip here, but I am going to wait here just a second to see how this 1 minute closes. Like it wants to get back over 2. Got 40 something seconds left. We'll see if this is a new low. 197. Ooh, yeah. Wow. 202s. Wow. Looks like it wants to get back up there, but giving it a second. This is the 1 minute chart. $203 I could add here for a break of 203. Trading within the candle right now though. Okay, little pop within the candle. Let's see if it starts to trade back over 2 here. Break back over 2. Can we see it? Hmm. Letting this candle close, looking for the back over 2. Can we get back over 2? Okay. Can we see 2 on the ask? Nope. Back over 199. Let's see a break of that level, if possible. Still holding this 194. Stop out is down at the 187s. Okay. Kind of opening. Want to see it back over that 197 if it can. Popping that level, testing 194. Can we get it back above this? Okay. Letting this kind of close. I want to see it close around 194. Couple seconds left. Okay, opened up above that. We start seeing it break over this 196 level. Right up to it. I'm gonna add some right there, looking for the break of that 196. Yep, little pop. 225. So now in 225, looking for it to retest these tops up here of 205. So again, what looks like a slight little uptrend. Let's see what it wants to do from here. Slight uptrend, but it hasn't validated it yet. It's just, things that I'm noticing around these daily levels. Okay, so we're back up to 2. Can we start holding 2 in this range and move to the next level? Okay. 201s. If it dips again, I add on another dip, but I'm looking to walk this stop up. So my first stop was at 187, and now we're kind of looking around this 190-ish area if it can't do any breaks. Retesting at 94 again. Be looking to re-add at 96 and let this candle close though. $196, 15 seconds. Okay, so looking for 196 for an add. You can get it, and then 187 for a stop out. Gonna get over that 196, 195 area. Over here on the 15-minute, everything's looking a little drastic, so definitely getting that stop ready for that 187. So I need to get all the way back up here to 196 for an add. Really want to see it hold that 194 up there. We'll see what a retest of 194 looks like. Yeah, definitely need to see a test of 194 and then looking for a hold of 196 if it can. But I'm 100% ready to bail right now. 15-minute looking real drastic as well. So yeah. Yeah. Down here to this flat area of the 190s. Do you want to start trying to get over 193 for me? Is that what you're trying to do? Yeah. Okay. So you hold those 193s. Get back over 194. Okay. Took a little bit there. Looking for that crack back over 194. Okay. Nice. So 195. So my average is still 193. We got a new bottom down here, which I will do this to, and see how it walks up this trend. It's back up there to the 196, reclaiming the original. So I got 250 shares, looking for what it's going to do towards 2 again. And now we got more of a bottom. I want to see it do some validation now. Can it move higher? Bottom down here of 191. So if I were to stop out there, it'll be a 2-cent loss. But letting it play out. Right back testing that 194. Can it hold? Need to start opening higher than that 194 for sure. Show me something. Still haven't seen anything else come up on the scan, so I'm just definitely going to stick with this one. Looking around, looking for it to go on up. If it can. Retest that too. So we're starting to open back up above 194. The break would be 198, so 4 cents away. Looking to continue to move that stop up though. Body of this candle is 196. Will it go back up and start to challenge that? Challenge that. So for me to, let's go back. Okay, so for me to lose 30 bucks, it would have to drop down to the 181s. So that would be a $30 loss. But I'm letting it ride here. See if that 194 can hold. A little bit of a wixie there. Another little small break. Is it actually starting to uptrend though is the question. challenging the body 196 there. Let's see if we can continue to close over 194s. Got all this space up to 207. Float on this one was 119 or 2.19. Looks like it's challenging that body, and then my out, if I continue to add, it'll be 191. Opening a little bit lower though. I didn't add anything, so seeing what it's going to do around this 194. Making a little bit higher low. So we saw one. It's kind of holding this trend, but just hasn't held yet. Either way it goes, that hard stop is at that 187. Back over this level of 195 could be an add spot. So I try to go up there 196 one time, two times. What's that third time gonna look like coming up to the 196 if it can? Come on, big boy. Okay, so a break back over, what is this, 194? Give it a little try for that third test to the 196. Getting tighter and tighter in here. Okay. Can we start breaking over that level of the 194? Yeah. 194 back getting tested. I'm gonna add for a break here. Looking for it to bounce back to that 194. Yep. So I got 270 in now. Starting to hold what looks like some type of trend. For me to lose 30 bucks, it'll have to drive down to 182. Looking for it to pop these highs here. Back over 196. Continue to hold those 194s. Average price still 193 on this one. This is the third attempt to get over this level, the 196. Will shorts continue to hold it? Made a little bit higher high than the previous little trend here. So we'll see what it wants to do. Back up towards 2. Will this be another failure? So that's 3 times failing there. Will continue to get up, trying to get over that 196 though. If not, I'm gonna have to go on and get down. Go ahead and get down. Okay, so slightly holding. Can we get higher lows here? Okay, there's the 4th test. So 1, 2, 3, 4 on the 1 minute. Start looking to try to see where I'm gonna do a hard stop at. But I really want to see some type of green candle before I put a hard stop. I want to see an exploding green candle. May or may not see that. Okay, opening up higher, so people are doing something above this 194. Getting right back to it. That's 1, 2. I guess I can count this as 3 of that 194 not holding. Opening up lower. All right. So 187, how much will I lose on a 187 drop? So my average price is 193. $193. minus 187. 6 cents on 270 shares. Be about 16 bucks down here to this 187. Oh, it just opened up a little bit over 194. And will it do a retest of this 196 level? We'll see. But this 194, the only reason I'm kind of confident in it is because it's a daily level instead of like a 15 or something like that. So I was trying to see, was this thing going to hold? But, you know, it is what it is. Look at this. It's just made a little triangle around this thing. 194 and 194 and then dove back down. All right. $16 loss. Risk is definitely accounted for. So it could do whatever it wants from here. Keeps popping across this daily level though. Something, I don't know what's happening here, but something's happening here. I hope it doesn't do a big dump. It's got 14 million shares traded on it. It's got what I think is an uptrend, but I'm not sure. And then it failed what looked like an uptrend earlier. So we're just kind of looking for some validation. We do have the risk managed though. It's just playing, man. Playing around this level. Hmm. Let's go look at the 5 and 15. See what they're looking like. 5 minute. It's gotten super tight in here on this little trend up. So it could be a pretty aggressive fall if it does, but super tight indecision in here around this 194 level. There it is, giving a little downside move there. 187. Let's get that ready to go. Okay, so that's 3 times it's come down to this trend and held around this 194. So can it close around here? Opened up lower. Wow, these candles are getting a little funky, aren't they? Threw a little wick up there to 194. Okay. $192s. So now can it do a recovery back over this 194? Continues to open up lower though. Indecision into a lower open. Not liking that. Let's see if we can get some more action down here. Get back over this indecision of 193. this point, I'm gonna have to make another uptrend possibly if it doesn't hit 187. But I do need to be ready for this 187 drop if it doesn't start showing some green. So coming back down here to this 191. Okay, so closing the candle right there on that level of the 191. Can we see you back over 192? Okay. At this point, it is what it is. 187. Okay, a little bit of a pop down there. Doesn't want to show us some green. I'm gonna let this candle close. It should close a little bit high here. I would hate for it to close again down here. Okay, that looks better. It just keeps on popping down like that. See it back over 194s. Try again. Looking for some green. Can we see 193? Okay. Adding there a little bit. All right, so now we got another higher low. So again, it did not reach that 187 bottom that I had, but it got close, within 3 cents. So let's go ahead and turn this out. So we got some kind of uptrend, and none of these uptrends have been validated. So we got one down here, 190, one right here, one right here. So we got to see. This one's kind of steep. I don't even know if it can. I don't know if that even makes sense right up there, but we'll leave it there. But 187 is still that point for me. Let's jump back to the 15 minutes, see if we can see anything. Definitely had quite a bit of a pullback here into the body, this bottom body part of this previous consolidation. Nice little walk down in here. And so I'm just like, okay, well, can we get back up into this level? Can we get back up into that level? $15, $15. We got 234 up here as well at the top for a 15 level. Okay, what do you want to do from here, buddy? Do you want to go back up and test 207? And none of these uptrends have been validated, which is crazy. May just walk on down and stop me out. But yeah, that volume is definitely not feeding in here anymore. Still meeting the criteria, but it's just not getting back up. So, you know, it is what it is at this point. So we just need a break back over this 194 level, daily level. That's another little wick there, looking like some kind of something was happening there for the buyers, but opening up low. So can it pop back up over 191? Little pop there to 191, no continuation. Almost 7 o'clock too, so we're about to hit the hour, top of the hour in 5 minutes. So definitely could get very drastic around here real quick. Okay, so that's 89. Woo! Whoa. Okay. So tap this. That's a little bit of validation on that. I'm surprised that many buyers were sitting there. I don't know. That's okay. Where are we going from here? Back over at 193? Possibly? Possibly? All right, so 193 is back up there. So at this point, this has been the first one that's got that 3-tap validation. We'll definitely notate that if it wants to continue. And the first one to get that. Follow that up and see what it wants to do up here. Does the 194 become resistance or what? Then if it can get up over 194, can it start to follow one of these other trends? Open up a little bit higher towards that side. I'm just still holding. Never did hit my stop out down here at 187, so didn't have to pull the trigger on that. But that does not mean we're out of the woodworks, because I could still be wearing a clown mask. At this point, that 189 is looking like it'll become the next stop out if this thing can start moving up at all. I don't know if this is a trend up or is it just going into consolidation. If it continues to move out of here, maybe it'll catch a little bit of momentum back to 2, but it's going to have to get that momentum up. Haven't seen anything else pop on the scans as of yet, so just been playing with this one. They're in pre-market. 3 minutes until the hour, so let's see if we can get a pop over this 193 top of the hour. 2 minutes left. Okay, we ready. Hmm. 192s. This needs to break over 193 at this point. Top of the hour coming up in 30 seconds. 7 o'clock. $192s. All right, here goes the top of the hour here in a couple seconds. It's about to close. All right, let's see what 194 has in store for us. So 193 right there. We got another one popping up, which is TGL popping up there. I think it was a previous mover. Okay, this thing is acting crazy. What in the world? Oh, wow. Look at that popper. All right, so now we got some type of trend. Now it's time to start finding new stop outs. Let's see if it can break back over this 195. Top of the hour movement. This will be the 1, 2, 3, 4th test of this 196 level. And it continues to come back down. Okay, there it is. Get some momentum, bro. You're 5 cents away. Oh my goodness. So 189, if I treat that as my out, that'll be a 5 cent loss or something. $189, 193 minus 189. That's a 4 cent loss. So 4 cent loss on 271 shares would be bringing my risk down to $10.84 on this. Does look like we are doing some kind of motion upward. We got past that 194 again. There's a $2. Can we get past $2? Okay. So as of now, that 190 level down here has been the only tested uptrend. So we'll see if it can continue doing anything up here. But I really want to see it get up there to the 207s. Holding up that daily level though. So testing, popping right on this little trend. Let's see if it continues to hold here. Getting back towards 2. Testing right on that other imaginary trend. All of these are imaginary. I was just looking for some type of consolidate or some type of confirmation that somebody else is looking at them maybe. So we're getting that now. So hopefully it just continues to hold this 194 up the trend. Let's pop back to it. You're in between the 8 trend and the 194. What you want to do from here? Keeping my stop out at 187. A little bit of a pop down there. Once again. Another wick. See how this closes. Woo! Back up to the trend. Please don't become resistant. Shoot past that trend. Come on, 196. Blow it up. Blow up 196. Yeah. Yes, sir. Okay. So we now want to, can we get back up here to 198? Can we get real aggressive? So we got a new high here. And I'm going to start another uptrend and see if any imaginary people want to follow this one. All right, so we will mark this out. Oh, switch over to my trend line. Mark this out. See if people start following this one. And this right here, now that we're getting higher lows, I'm going to be looking to make this 190-ish level my out. But I got to let some candles close, see what it does around this 194 though. Can we get some momentum going here over that 196? Back up to that trend again, that imaginary trend line, looking for it to pop it. Pop all the way over 197. But definitely getting some higher lows there. It's just so aggressive around this 194, man. Come on. All right, play with me if you want. I will get out. Okay. Wow. Right in this little wedge right here. Okay. Well, can we get any motion upward? Can we put some gas in the tank though? Please? Okay. All right, so now we're forming a new higher low. All right. So let's see how this goes. Starting to hang around this little 197. Just a bunch of imaginary lines, though. Nothing's been confirmed. We don't know what's going on. Well, I mean, one has been confirmed down here, but that's the only one. Close this candle above 194, please. Let's zoom back and see what this volume is looking like back here. A little bit of volume coming in, but the point of control is still up here at 230. Opened up lower, back to the 194s. Can we pop up? So that's 2 times it's been up here to the 198s, the $2. Just looking for it to find some more buying heat. You want to see those 196s pop up strong. On the ask, I'm watching the ask in the bid, looking for those higher levels come in there, but not seeing it on the ask right there. 196. But still holding around this 194. which, man, I'm losing confidence in this 194, man. Daily level, it's been chopping around this thing all day long. I see what is it, ZJK? ZJK is up as well. But look at this. Popped up a little bit later, only has 2 million shares traded. ZJK. What is this Chinese stock or something? What's wrong with it? Okay, industrial high-tech enterprise. It is dipping on off of there. Down to 37%. Okay, let me go back over to what I was watching. This thing's looking crazy. I'll keep it up though. Xena 8 Mile called out Xena as well. Xena. Now that one's definitely making some moves, but it just hasn't come up yet. So Xena. And what's the other? ZJK. Well, while we're waiting, the only problem is I would go and research these and all that, but the only problem is I can't put in a hard stop on this CTNT or whatever. So that's the only problem. If I go research those and this thing drops on me, I'm going to be livid. So give me a sec and I will get over to those. Those two have, or ZJK has popped up, but the other one isn't up on the scans yet. But if this one gets back over $2, it will take the lead on the day in volume and everything. So that's 198. This is the third time it's been up here. We're starting to see some more confirmation here. So this is more confirmation on the 1 minute. And we'll go jump to the 5 just a second. So we've got the 193s holding there. And at this point, 190 is looking like a good out. Good out down there. And that will be a 3-cent loss. So less than $10 if it comes down back down to the 190s. Okay, now both of them are on the scan. Just popped in. They're up 40%, and now literally both of them just popped on, that ZJK and now the other one, and this one's coming down as they come up. So I'm looking to see what it wants to do here. Is it just going to go all the way back down? Okay. Well, I don't know what this thing wants to do. I'm just going to let it do its thing above this 190 level. Still waiting for it to hold up. Xena is down to 30%, and then ZJK is up to 46%. But they both still have less volume than CTNT. People are going to have to completely give up on this. It's going to probably have to crash down under the 190s and stop any kind of trend up. But it tried to go up here 1, 2, 3 times and just couldn't go. So it is what it is. Xena going on down. I want to flip over there real quick. I want to see this thing show me some green first though, and then I'll flip over there. Okay. Yeah, let's just let's just look over here. Okay, Xena hit a high up here, 705s and whatnot, came back down. It has, what's this press release today? Press release today is saying it's got some, it's supporting NVIDIA in something. Hold up, scroll down a little bit. Okay, so ZJK, wait, was it? This is the Chinese stock, ZJK. The other one is Xena. Xenotech launches drone service in government agencies with new partnerships. Okay, new partnerships, British Columbia. But we'll see. We'll see what it is. Definitely more range on ZENA and ZJK. So I'm definitely not downplaying that. But just watching for that 194 to hold. Still hasn't held yet. May end up losing out, but Xena, if Xena can catch up with CTNT in volume, then I'll be like, all right, this thing is gonna kill it. Now I'll go ahead and get out. But until then, Xena is working its way up. It's got 7 million shares traded, catching on up with CTNT. But just watching. Xena. ZJK is the Chinese stock. Okay. Come on, man. Can't hold at 194. Crazy. Crazy work. So now looking like it's just back in the consolidation. Let's go back out to Xena. Xena, pull back in here. ZK, ZJK, getting some movement there as well. Might be a Chinese stock day, man, but it's got to get some more volume. For sure, for sure. Definitely got the range though, and I see okay, I don't need to take my eyes off of this one. Do not need to take my eyes off of this one. So I may end up needing to stop out here very quickly if they keep running like this and they keep sucking up attention. Oh my gosh, what kind of pop is that? What? Back up to the 194. Can we hold up here? Thought it was about to crash out. Okay, well, can we get back over the 194s, please? Pretty please. Okay. So another little lower open. I'm just not feeling this one as much as I was earlier because there are other things popping up and they're stealing my attention. Okay. $190 test. Get back over the 190 or not? What you gonna look like on the close? 10 seconds left. Can you close back over 190? That'll be 4 times you've been down here. Okay. So this one is a 189 test right there. And I'm looking to definitely, if it can't hold this up, I think it's over with for this one. This is quite a bit of a move. Check down, let that candle close. Below 189, I gotta be hitting the button. What, bruh? I don't know. I don't know. It literally, this is another confirmation on this little line down here, but I don't know anymore. I was ready to sell out right there. I was actually going to sell out right there. Okay, well, we'll see what this one wants to do. Keeps throwing these stupid wicks up here. So that is 4 times confirming on this trend. Can it keep it up? I'm gonna go ahead and invalidate this one up here. Or you know what? I might leave. I don't know. I don't really know. It's been in consolidation for a while. I'm gonna remove that one. We'll see what it wants to do back up to the 194s. But that is a bunch of confirmation down here on this little trend. Okay, coming back up to the 194 level. Now at this point, a breakdown of 189 is going to end this game for me, for sure. I'm not even playing with it anymore. I want to see it hold above 194s. And all these little uptrends up here don't even matter anymore. Got a hard stop down there. We got multiple levels of confirmation. If it wants to explode down, okay, I'll be out. There's 195. Looking for that $2. So definitely 190. This is 3 times in this area that it has not been able to last off. So we had how many tries up here? 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's just count them out. 1. I guess you can count this big one as 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. And it's just continued to hold this little level down here. So looking for it back over 2. Up 38%. ZJK is still doing this thing as well. Let's go look at that. Came up but super choppy. And then it just does not have as much volume as CTNT. I can't wait till I can put a hard stop in here. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm so tired of this. Yeah, back past this 190 though, I'm out. That's a 3-cent risk, so less than $10. I don't like this no more. I thought you were going to give me a great move. Especially if Xena passes CTNT in volume here. So we've tried 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times to try to get over this level of the 2. And nothing has gone through. Well, they can't say I didn't give it a chance, because I definitely gave it a chance this morning. Is the first thing on. It still got the majority of the, oh my God. What kind of wick is that? Okay, so 189 just got tested again, but yeah, I'm going to be ready to shove out of this one here in a second. That's 5 times that it's thrown wicks down this way. Let's see what the close of this candle looks like. Big. Look at that wick. What? What's going on here? This is 5 times it's thrown a wick through here. And that one was so fast I didn't even see it. Somebody's getting active around this 194. Woo. All right. That's a little much right there, buddy. Yep, I am ready to push out of this one for sure. Trying to see what it's going to do above this trend again. But yeah, I'm losing all hope and faith and all of that good stuff on this one. What, bro? How do you open up right there? All right, I'm sell 100. Sell 100 because it is looking trippy. Sell half. Still got this low down here of 189. Can it pull back up? It's right on that 190. Okay. Ready to sell 125 on that first out because don't know about it. Continues to play with our heartstrings here a little bit. Back over. I see 191s. Can we see 192s? Nope. Okay. So this is again so fast you couldn't even see it. 189. I'm not liking this. Not liking this one at all. Yeah, I might need to drop out of all this, actually. This is not looking safe. 189. Yep. Okay. 189-ish there. Definitely breaking down that confirmed trend, so I'm gonna go ahead and get out. 15 buck loss. I'm okay with that. Yeah, I'm not playing that game. We got 2 others up here catching up pretty fast, which is Xena and ZJK. Gave that one a chance. It just, yeah, once these other 2 popped up there, it was done. I am okay with that trade. Yeah, getting out of there. They're working their way up though. 10 million shares traded almost on Xena, which has come down here into another dip. But yeah, I had to get on out of that one. Some days they get on up there, some days they don't. It was the first thing moving. I was giving it a try, but yeah. Now we got Xena going up to the moon. Yeah, but I mean, to be honest, the loss is very, very manageable. $15 loss. I'm like, it is what it is, man. I took the risk. I knew the risk and all that stuff. So squeeze the risk down as the trade moved. And if it wanted to move fast and quick and in my direction, great. But if not, I'm cool. I'm cool. Xena throwing up a big wick up there. What's going on with Xena? Got big wicks across the board. ZJK is that Chinese stock. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Man, Ross is probably taking, he's probably taking 1,000 trades by now. I took one looking for it to go on up, but once it broke this little trend line that it kind of confirmed on, I was like, nah, I'm not gonna hold for a $30 loss or even further, because why? To be honest, he's probably trading one of these two, either Xena or ZJK right now. Xena has some partnerships. Let's go look back over here and see what it was. Xena military drones. No, that's why is Xena showing AV? Wait a minute. Okay, Xena launches drone as a service for U.S. defense and government agencies with new partnerships. And then these partnerships will be instrumental in building relationships, blah, blah, blah. Autonomous military grade aerial solutions built for multi-mission flexibility. Okay, that sounds good. We're not talking any money, just partnerships. And then ZJK, this one was what? NVIDIA's B40. This is one I wanted to see what it's talking about with this NVIDIA news. Okay, so June 5th, industrial company, blah, 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 high-tech precision parts and hardware manufacturer for artificial intelligence, infrastructure, consumer electronics, electric vehicles, aerospace, and other smart technologies today announced that it is ramping up production to meet growing demand for NVIDIA's B40 project. Okay, NVIDIA is advancing the development of customized AI accelerator B40 chip, specifically for a Chinese market. Okay, mass production of the B40, which is based on NVIDIA's Blackwell architecture, targets the mid to high end market segment. Okay, I mean, yeah, they're ramping up production. Let me jump back over to what was the other one? So that one with the NVIDIA news is actually going down while Xena is eating up the day. Anyway, I'll be back later on in the day. I'm probably come swing back in and take some more swing trades or dividend trades. We'll see what it is. But yeah, for day trades, I'm about to get on this road, get on up here and make $15 back on a day. You feel me? $15 back. What is that? That is 3 4 for 4s from Wendy's. I don't know. We'll get it back. And possibly I already have it back in my other account, so I don't even know. But I like to keep these losses small, and you know, all of them don't go like that. Some of them take off and go to the moon. So we had some more competition pop in, and it is what it is at that point. All right, y'all. Have a great day. I will see you guys tomorrow morning, Friday, and we'll get back into the action. Let me go ahead and shut this thing down. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Where is it? Well, it is what it is.